All right, so the election of 1860. Okay, the Democratic Convention took place in South Carolina. The Republican Convention took place in Chicago. What you have here is you got the Democratic Party, which splits into two, okay, over the issue of slavery. You have, from there, what happens is, obviously, even in today's world, one political party, you have two separate groups that split. That's going to obviously weaken that party. Okay, so the Republican nominee, which is Lincoln, runs away with the election. Okay, and so Abraham Lincoln is the new president. All right, because of the split and the divide between the Democratic Party, Abraham Lincoln easily wins the election. All right, so the Union is broken. All right, the South is very upset over Lincoln's election. Okay, very upset. The South fears that it will have no voice in the federal government now. All right, South wants to secede from the Union, so they want to separate. They want to be done and leave the Union. South Carolina is the first to secede in 1860. Okay, so South Carolina was first. The Confederate States of America. After that, South Carolina, Alabama soon follows, Florida, Tennessee, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, and then finally Texas secedes and separates from that point. This is a picture here, okay? Again, you've got the blue or the light blue, teal. These were Union states, okay? Union states here with Kansas, Oregon, California, all right? Again, you've got the dark blue are territories, okay? I know it's very hard to see, but the dark blue are territories with your Utah territory, New Mexico territory, Nevada territory, Washington territory, Dakota. These are all territories, and from there. The gray here obviously would be now the Confederate States, okay? So we go from having the Union to the states seceding from the Union, the southern states, and creating the Confederacy. Okay, so you still have the Union again in blue, the Confederacy now there in dark gray. All right, so war comes. All right, everything has finally come to a head. All the problems, all the issues, all of the truly over slavery and over that debate has brought so much conflict and controversy that the only other solution from there, or they feel, is to go to war. Lincoln's problems. Okay, so the problems he faced when entering office as the president. Okay. Lincoln faces a dangerous situation when he became president. So once he became president, faced a dangerous situation. No state can lawfully get out of the Union, is what they're saying. No war unless the South starts it. So he's going to say there's no war unless the South starts the war. Okay. Confederacy starts seizing federal forts in the South. All right, here's where it picks up. Should Lincoln let the Confederacy take over federal property? So should he say, hey, let's just let that, we'll let that go. All right, we won't, we'll just, that's kind of, these are the issues at which he's facing taking office and becoming, the leader of the Union. The Civil War starts. All right, starts with Fort Sumter in Charleston Harbor. All right, the Confederacy asks for Fort Sumter's surrender. This was not given, so the Confederacy fires shots, okay, takes Fort Sumter by force. And that is where it starts. Everything starts, okay? We will progress through and go through and talk about how things from here we've gotten to, what happened, how it's progressed, and finally where we are now with the Civil War. What we're going to do now as part of our lesson and continuing on with trying to understand more about this, you guys are going to break up into partners. So we'll break up into two. We'll break up with another person, and we will go through and we are going to create an iMovie, an iCommercial that goes along with a lot of what we talked about today, but kind of progressing down the road a little bit and let you guys kind of gain some of your own knowledge there as well. You are going to, one of you, and you're going to switch off, one of you is going to be a reporter. The other one is going to be a soldier, whether on the Confederate side or the side on the Union. You're able to pick that, okay? And you, the reporter, is going to interview the soldier. All right? And so you're going to put your acting hat on a little bit and be able to pretend, and you're going to give a firsthand account of what you are experiencing now in the Civil War. Okay? You need to do it from a realistic standpoint where if you're on the Confederate side, the issues and the things that are taking place on that Confederate side. If you decide to be on the Union side, you need to take a realistic account of what was going on in that time period and what is happening on the Union side at that point. Okay? Then the reporter, you will come up with a series of 5 questions to ask the soldier. Okay, you guys can work on those prior to with each other, and then you can trade off. My suggestion would be, I would have one of you be a Union soldier, the other one be a Confederate soldier, and be able to switch. You'll put these videos together, and we will go with that from there. If you have any questions, okay, let me know. Come talk to me. We will get all that stuff worked out, and we will go from there. Thank you.